Good fine evening, Facebook. I want to make this video short, sweet, and to the point. Very quick. Now, when a friend says, you want to come over and drink, who am I to pass up the offer, right? No, I'm not incredulously shit-faced, mind you. But I do have a nice little buzz going off that alcohol that I drank earlier, which was pretty good. Some Crown Royal and some Mountain Dew type shit going. Yeah. Hey, Bunny, how's it going? You already know, Megan Miller. You already know. So the reason why I'm making this video is to share my results of the Pheromone soap that I recently ordered from TesticleSoap.com. I didn't have to have sex with any of the women that I walked by or hung out with, what have you, in the course of the evening. But instantly, I noticed a change. And I will tell you this, so far the response from women just wearing that soap has been very positive. A lot of the comments are, ooh, he smells sexy. Women just beaming at me and smiling. It's like, hey, how you doing? So far I have no complaints on the tactical soap. That's good shit, man. And now I got my my shaver charging, so that way before I shower, before the long trip to the concert, well, it's not too terribly long, but you know, make sure I'm nice and clean shaven. Not that it matters you're going to a rock concert, but you know, you look a bit more presentable at least. Yeah. Do you wash your whole body, face, and feet? Yes, I do. And earlier I washed my entire body with that soap. And yeah. A nice little bowl of tobacco before I skedaddle. And notice that, yeah, my look, if you will, my mustache and goatee need to be trimmed up underneath and what have you, which can all be done later. I'm not tripping out about it right now. Will you do a soap instruction video? It's not necessary, Fallon, but all you need to do, bud, is if you're a guy and you're looking to make yourself smell more sexy for the ladies, pick up some of this tactical soap and you won't regret it. I didn't have to do very much social interaction with women to find out instantly that, you know what I'm saying? Granted, yes, it's $10 a bar, but totally worth it in my book. Just seeing how women respond to it out in the open. And these are mostly women I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right now, I'm just sipping out a glass of water to go with my bowl of tobacco. I may end up having to change shirts because this one's a little. Yeah, hold on a second. Actually, no, my shirt smells fine. I mean, it's the Aussie show, so I might as well wear an Aussie shirt to the show, right? But if it's too rankety when I go to shower here in a bit, like a couple hours or so. Yeah. Because I might be overthinking it. Yes, I would have to agree this mug is pretty bad the fuck ass. Well, here's the thing, Fallon. If you're a virgin, don't be in a rush to lose it. You'll find the right girl for your first time. You just gotta be patient with that. And how often do you wash with the soap? If you take one regular shower, wash with that soap. And then when you're done washing with that soap, put it back in the container it came in, close the container up, and store it face up in a cool, dry area. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And my biggest advice to you, Fallon, is that if you're trying to get laid, bro, you gotta be respectful and understanding of women, even if they don't respect or understand you. It would help if you found a virgin who was also into the same things you're into. It makes your first time a little bit more special. And that's my dating advice for first timers right there. Yeah. My biggest advice for people who are first time daters: don't let society or your friends peer pressure you into having a romantic relationship. You do that when you feel comfortable, when you feel like you're old enough, you know. Generally speaking, it's 18 or up, you know. But you see some of these high school chicks, and they're like, they want a boyfriend. And it's like, no, you need to do your fucking homework and not worry about that shit. And trust and believe, guys can be pigs. Does that mean we're all pigs? No. No. It's an unfair assumption, but there you go. That's society, as I've said. Trust and believe I'll be wearing this at the Ozzy concert. So a lot of my fans will probably be able to recognize me. They see this massive motherfucker on me. Yeah. Well, you don't want to shower more than twice a day. That's bad for your skin. So one shower a day is all you really need. You know what I'm saying? And Fallon, and yeah. It, yeah, just wash with that soap when you take a shower. A lot of my younger fans or some of my older fans who have never really experienced a romantic relationship, they may feel like there's something wrong with them because they feel like a late bloomer. Dude, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Some things are worth the wait, and the longer you wait for it, the better it's going to feel when you get to experience it. And that's true for a lot of things in life. Also, Fallon, if you're inexperienced, don't stress it. That's what I'm saying. You might be lucky enough to find a clean girl who's a bit more experienced. That could also make it funner. But no pressure on that. Get to know the chick before you pursue those romantic interests. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be in there like, hey, you want to break the mold on the dating scene as the typical guy. I can understand you're eager to get laid because you're a virgin. That's totally understandable. But at the same time, depending on the circumstance, you might be able to use that to get sympathy. And some chick might be like, well, that sucks. And then there you go. But I wouldn't play that card because some chicks are going to look at that and go, oh, that's pathetic. He's just using that as a pity excuse. So it really depends on the chick you talk to, bud. Yeah, because there are some chicks who will be like, dude, that sucks. Let's take care of that. And then there are some chicks who'll be like, she's using that as a pity me excuse. And these same chicks who look at guys who are virgins and say he's just using that as a pity excuse. Here's something to think about. What the fuck are all those posts on your Facebook about how men are pieces of shit? Blah, 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 blah. It's a pity excuse, is what it is. It's degrading to men and women because it makes women to be the victims when they're not, and it makes men look bad. But that's just my 2 cents on the whole matter. I mean, life is short, and you're gonna spend it posting stereotypical crap about men on Facebook. I mean, it's your life, girl, but all I'm saying is, damn. It seems like a waste of a life, to be honest. And that time you spend hating on men for all their flaws, you could have spent that time looking for the right man in your life. And that logic goes for both sexes. The time you spend being depressed or hating the opposite sex for the couple of assholes that you've met, that's time you could be spending improving yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Simple as that. That's time you could be spent looking for someone more suitable. You know. But it's like getting into a hot tub that's a little too warm, but not too warm to sit in. You gotta ease your way into it. Sometimes if you jump in, you get burned. Yeah, metaphorically speaking. Now, even if you get friend zoned, that's all right. Because having a chick friend is better than having no friend that's not a chick. You know what I'm saying? So even if you haven't had experience, or even if you haven't had any in a while, having a chick friend helps. Even if you're not fucking her, get that out of the equation right now. You get to at least talk to her and hang out. You know what I'm saying? which in the long run helps you talk to chicks. And eventually, when you get a girlfriend, she's going to be seeing what she's missing out on. 9 times out of 10, that's usually how it goes. And that's something to keep in mind now. It don't matter how old you are. Well, 18 and up, obviously, but metaphorically speaking, it doesn't, like, if you're older, younger, rich, poor, stupid, too skinny, too fat, those are all just excuses. I genuinely don't use my autism as an excuse not to date. It'd be a convenient excuse, but then, that's not going to do me any favors. It just means I have to work the dating scene a bit differently and approach it from a different angle. Now, here's the thing of it. A ladies' man doesn't have to have sex with every woman he sees to be considered a ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing of it. A lot of people have this misconstrued vision of the so-called ladies' man. Right. If you can get chicks to respond positively to you within 5 seconds of making eye contact and not having to touch them, not having to start a conversation, just first impression of, even though you're dressed a little bit creepy, they overlook it because there's something about you that just draws them in. And that's what you got to work with. Just because prettier people have an easier time dating doesn't necessarily mean they're always going to be happy with their decisions. If anything, it can be harder for people who are more attractive because, you get a very gorgeous woman who's also very intelligent, has an amazing personality, but most guys are just see her outer beauty and it's disgusting. I mean, yeah, her outer beauty is a perk, but her inner beauty should shine through more. And if more men had that attitude, imagine what women would say about us then. Oh, well, hey, these guys, they're a lot more respectful these days. I can dig it. And that same argument can be made for women as well in regards to men. Because you see this bicker banter battle of the sexes bullshit. It exists on a daily basis. And quite honestly, a lot of that would be eliminated if people learn to be a little bit nicer to each other. Even when someone you don't like is suffering and it makes you smile just a little on the inside, having enough decency not to gloat about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between me now, me when I was younger. I mean, well, look at me like I'm the bad guy for saying it, but come on. Who amongst us can honestly say that when someone we don't like is suffering or struggling, then it makes us just a little bit happy inside, knowing the people we hate have to suffer just like the rest of us. Yeah, food for thought. It's quite funny too, because you look at life and how it progresses. I get rejected by chicks in high school only to become a famous YouTuber. That's my point exactly. So if you're getting turned down or rejected, that's their loss, not yours. But you gotta love the double standards in our society. If a man says he likes big boobs, women call him a pig, a typical chauvinistic male pig, blah, 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 blah. But as soon as women say they like big dick, nobody bats a fucking eye. Like, what is that shit? And that's the thing of it, is not every man is into big boobs. Not every woman is into big dick. You know what I'm saying? But it's those cliches that, you know what I'm saying? So women can sit there and say, oh, that's disgusting, typical male pig, blah, 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 blah. But you're really going to be like that when you get the same way with women get the same way with their preferred dick size. Just like men get all excited when they see a pair of boobs they like. It's natural. And, you know, it's a bit hypocritical when you're giving the opposite sex shit for the same thing you do. You know. I mean, that's all I'm getting at, man. Shit. Final thought for the evening. Beauty pageants for little girls and little boys should be illegal. Children need to learn that they can rely on their smarts and their learning to go places rather than their looks. When you teach, and that's just the thing of it, which brings me to my next point. A lot of people have this misguided view of somebody who's super attractive. They're just like, oh, that person's so vain and so fake. Oh my God. A lot of that isn't their fault. Unfortunately, society treats more attractive people better. It's unfair, it's bullshit, but what do you do, right? And unfortunately, when children grow up in an environment where everything's just handed to them because they're adorable as shit, and they grow up to be attractive young adults, they become conditioned to that routine. So subconsciously, you know what I'm saying, society creates narcissism is what I'm getting at. I mean, narcissism is created within, but society also plays a part in creating narcissism. You look at all these shows they have dedicated. I mean, when it's a celebrity you actually look up to and like, it's one thing, right? But when it's some random celebrity you've never heard of getting their own TV show or whatever, and it's like, what are they famous for again? And then some people will be like, well, who cares? They're on the television. Shit. You see these fucking reality shows. It's either a cooking show, they're baking some fancy ass cake, or they're either singing and dancing or screwing each other and bitching about it the next day and getting obnoxiously drunk and starting drama. And people are sitting there going, golly gee willikers, what the fuck do I want to watch on TV? And it's like, well, you got four options. Trashy reality TV, singing, dancing, or some bakery show. Okay, cool. Well, why not combine all four of those into one show? And we'll call it America's Got Issues instead of America's Got Talent. No, I'm not dogging on my own country. I'm just saying we all got issues, but that was just my attempt at some really edgy humor. But, you know, shit. And picturing it, it'd be freaking hilarious. But at the same time, you'd be going, why the f am I watching this? Like, the Jersey Shore meets Dancing with the Stars meets The Four meets Cake Boss or some shit like that. And it's like, oh, you screwed my chick, bro. What, bro? You want to have a dance off or a sing off, bro? Nah, bro. I want to have a cake off, bro. I want to show you that my cake's more boss than your cake. Bring it, bro. Oh, he don't even know, man. His cake look like shit. Oh my God, dude. You just imagine this shit. Nah, dude. It'd be the weirdest show on television. But people are going, well, I don't know what to watch. And then you combine all four of what's basically on television. Well, there's Stranger Things. Yeah, that is a good show, but I digress. That's still a drama slash horror, you know. American Horror Story. Oh, yeah, that's good too. Supernatural. Yeah, that's a good show. So there's still a couple of good shows on TV, but my point being is a lot of the crap on TV today is just like, why would you want to watch a TV show about adults getting drunk and starting drama when you can go to any local bar, bring up politics or religion, and just wait? Ooh, nah, but on the real though, food for thought, Facebook.